series on my channel where I go through all of my coloring books, as well as the completed pages, and then also kind of give you the running total of how many pages I've completed, are there any like books in the pile of shame that I haven't worked in yet, those kind of things. So I wanted to start off today with my Hachette Heroes collection. I will also be featuring 2 books that are not Hachette Heroes. They're from Hachette I can't pronounce it. Hachette, where is it? Here. So it's the same company, they're just not Disney, but I figured I can leave these till the end, just because I know obviously like Hachette Heroes are mostly known for their Disney books. But overall there will be 9 books, 7 Disney and then 2 non-Disney, and all are color by number except for 1. So yeah, I did like the running total on the number of completed pages out of the total, and it's quite embarrassing because if you look at the total, I really haven't done that much in these books, which is sad because I obviously really enjoy them and I have a bunch of them on my wish list and I always contemplate getting more. But to start off, we can look at the Disney Buddies, Hachette Heroes, and I do live in Germany, if you're not aware, so therefore I can get these on German Amazon, and it's free shipping and it's quite good prices, so I know I'm quite fortunate. I will try to link as many of these down below as I can find on American Amazon. I'll do my best. So this is one of my newer books from them, so I haven't done that many pages, but overall I've done, let's see, 4 in here. So I did get this last month, so again, quite new. And I'm just doing a combination of the cross method and the dot method in here. I don't know if I'll be fully coloring in the blocks. These are actually from this month, so you're getting a bit of a preview. But I did the 2 mice from Cinderella. And then, let's see, whoops. I did, oh sorry, coloring pencil's just rolling in. This picture of Olaf and Anna from Frozen. And I don't know if you can see, but I did do crosses all over Olaf. They're just a light gray, so he's not fully white. I don't know if you could see the difference between here and like the white area here. But so far I'm really enjoying this book. It's my only pixel book. And I have to say I'm a fan. I added a couple more to my wish list, which again, if you look at my totals that I'll discuss later, I really should not be purchasing more books. So in that one I had done 4. And then moving on to like this style of book, the 100 page books that are double-sided. This is also a new book to me, so I got this one, the one that I just talked about, and another one that I will mention last month. I kind of just had a bad day, I guess, so I just purchased a couple of books. So this is my only circle book from them, and it's the babies, and it's super cute pages. So I'll be honest, these books like really killed my success rate, like the percentage I've completed in these books, because there's 100 pages in these books. So but yeah, again, I've only done a couple in here. Overall I've done 6, but I did get it last month. So and these are not my favorite, like these little circles. I definitely prefer the big circle pages. I find these to be kind of annoying. And then also, unless you have like a fine tipped water-based marker, these are really hard to do because the circles are quite small. So just something to be aware of. I did this one this month, and then this one is last month. And I really enjoyed doing Chip because it was a really quick color. As you can see, there's a lot of white around, and obviously there's like a large section of his face that is white as well. So it's a quick one. See. Then I did these cuties from Pocahontas. I don't know why I just removed that tab when I haven't removed the other ones. One of those days. And I use either the Crayola Super Tips or my Staedtler dual-sided markers in here. Both are water-based. And then this is from this month. I kind of struggled with this one because There are a lot of shades of like brown, as you can see down here, and I frankly just didn't have all of them, so that's why she's kind of like pinkish and brownish, and I did my best. This is from Inside Out, which I think is a fabulous movie. If you get a chance to watch it, I would highly recommend it. But yeah, those are my 6 pages from Babies, the circles. I think they have, is it one more circle book? Let's see. I think they have information in the back. They have 2 more circle books. So they have Mickey & Co. and then Circles Magique. So I think if I were to get one, which I am not anytime soon, I would get the Circles Magique. I'll be honest, Mickey was never, like Mickey and the gang were never really like my favorites. I don't know why. I would prefer to have a more variety of characters than just Mickey and the gang. That's just my opinion, possibly an unpopular opinion, but so here we have my volume 2 of the Magical Illusions book from them, and this was possibly the first book. I think this was the first book I got from them. So I have completed 26 pages in here. So out of 100, it's a little over a quarter, which is pretty exciting. You're probably thinking like, no, that's actually not that much, but it is to me. And yeah, I just use the same markers as I do in the other book. When I first got the book, I tried to only do pictures of movies I've recently seen, and then if I haven't seen that movie in a while, like since I was a child, I would watch the movie before doing the picture, but then I just kind of gave up on that rule because I just couldn't keep up with watching the movies, you know, and I obviously have other things going on in my life and like work and school and stuff, so it just wasn't feasible. But yeah, I've had this book for, I would say, over a year now. I didn't write down when I bought it, so I can't exactly give you a specific date. This one I did in pencil, as you can see. I did a couple of them in pencil. I used to have, I got rid of them, like a really cheap set of pencils that I didn't feel bad using in here. So then we have Anna. I still haven't seen Frozen 2. I've seen Frozen 1, but and then let's see what I have here. It's a little hard to flip in these pages because I have so many tabs. We have Gal Pal Ursula. And sometimes these pages can be a little difficult because, like, for example, there's like 4 purples in here. So unless you have a good size, like, set of pencils or markers, it could be kind of hard to get the shades. So there is a double page of Mulan. I think she's from Mulan as well, right? Please don't quote me. Mulan's actually one of the movies that I haven't seen in absolute ages, so I'm by no means an expert. Then we have Garçon, right, from Beauty and the Beast. Not a nice fella. We don't like him. Oops, I'm skipping one. I'm skipping 2. Then on to a fella that we do really like. This is Winnie. Love this little guy. Then we have one of the fairies. Moving on. Maleficent. Let's see. I can't remember. Do these mice have names in Cinderella? I can't remember, but I like him. I thought he was really adorable. I remember doing this page and just kind of cackling to myself because I definitely did not get the skin tone right. It looks like he spent a little too much time in the tan bed, but that's fine. He's just neon pink with some purple hair. You know, we all go through tough phases in our life. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Then moving on to Robin Hood. I watched most of this movie a couple of months ago, but honestly, I got kind of bored and I didn't finish it. Then, of course, Cinderella. And moving on, another picture in pencil. This is from Monsters, Inc. I like that they mixed in some Pixar as well as Disney in here. I think they have some books that are only Pixar. Then, gosh, I always forget what movie this is from. What I like about these books also is in the back, they have the key, so you can look up. So that's page 64. And that is from Merlin the Enchanter. I think there's a different name in English for the movie, but I know what movie it is. Then we have Cruella de Vil. I actually recently watched the Cruella movie with Emma Stone, and I thought it was really good. And I was really nervous because, like, I didn't want to see the doggies getting hurt, but it was okay. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So I did enjoy that one. This cute little mouse here. Almost done. Then we have a horizontal picture of Mickey. This was also done in pencils back in the day. This is from, let's see, October 2020, so over a year. And then moving on to this fabulous colorful picture, and this is also from Inside Out. Let's see. And it's also really nice, like when I was going through these books and tabbing them for this video, you know, I forgot about some of these pages, so it was definitely really nice to revisit. Then I have this one. This is from Brave. I love doing her hair. And then the last page in the book, this is page 100, and this is the father from The Incredibles. And yeah, I think this was one of the first pictures I did using markers in this book. Yeah, because I remember testing it out, and they were still like really juicy when I got, there was like right as I got them, so it bled through. So I used those markers on something else for a bit, and then I started using them in this book. And it worked out because they were not as juicy, so they did not seep as much. So again, this is volume 2 of their Optical Illusions book. And then recently, last month, so this is the third book that I got last month, I got the volume 3, which is their newest one. It was released last month. I pre-ordered it. And let's see, so overall I did 4 pages in here, so not much, but again, I did get it last month, so I'm doing my best. And in this book, I'm just going in order. So I just did the first 4 pages, did a picture of the genie from Aladdin. This picture is from, gosh, is it Alice in Wonderland? Let's see. It is. Oh, I guessed well. And then we have a horizontal picture that hopefully I can show you from the Aristocats. And the 4th one is from this month. It's this guy. He obviously has had better days. Like some of my markers started running out. Then the skin tone is just not pleasant, but it's fine. Let's see what movie he's from. I don't know this one, but that's fine. But this book does not have the black outlining, which I know could be a deal breaker for some people. It has a partial, as you can see, like maybe around his nose, but it's not all the way around him. Or maybe, let's see, like Aladdin, you can, not Aladdin, you know what I'm talking about. Genie, like some of the outlining was dark blue, some was black. So if that's a deal breaker for you, this book does not have the black outlining, because I know a lot of people really, really enjoy doing the outlines, me included, but it is not a deal breaker for me. Moving on to a book called Princesses, and I was super excited to get this one. I think I had also pre-ordered it, or I ordered it like the day or after the day it came out, but I haven't been really reaching for it, to be honest. I find this book is quite detailed, and usually when I reach for one of these books, I want an easier color. But overall, I've done 8 pages in here, which honestly is more than I thought I did. So I was pleasantly surprised. But I mean, it's 8 out of 100, so there's definitely plenty to go. So the first picture is Jasmine and the Genie. This book also does not have the black outlining. Again, just be warned if that's something that you enjoy and need in your books. So then I did this one in pencil, and I remember absolutely detesting the process of doing this page because I was using cheap pencils. So it's not the book's fault. I had chosen some cheap pencils, and there's a lot of like detailed black outlining here because it's meant to look like a stained glass window, and it just took me forever. I had to sharpen that stupid black pencil a billion times, and it was like smudging, and it was not pleasant. It took me a while to do this page because I kept on getting frustrated with it and just like putting it aside, but I did it. I finished it. It is what it is. I got rid of those pencils because they were just frustrating. Then we did a page, then I did a page of Ariel, and I will be honest, that's not a good shade of green, but that's okay. Did my best. I keep on saying we. I did my best. Then we have a picture of Cinderella here. She's riding a horse. So it's not from the first movie. I don't know what movie it's from. Cinderella 2. Cinderella Returns. The Return of Cinderella. I don't know. Then we have Ariel at a sleepover. This was a quick one because the pillow's white. And then last but not least, never mind, it's not last. We have Belle. I forgot to outline her lips. It's not supposed to be in white, so that is my bad. She is not intended to have white lip liner. And then I also kind of messed up her skin color, but I still think it looks fine. This was a nice holiday one, even though I did it in March. That's fine. I was just, I guess, in a festive mood last March. And then this one is of Cinderella, and I do really like this one. I think the colors turned out well. I really like this little guy. He's so precious. So this was a good one. She's holding a giant pumpkin. And then moving on, I think this is the last one. Yep. So this is another stained glass window, and it is Belle and the prince as not a beast. So I think I used better pencils. Oh no, this is marker. I'm sorry. Because I was going to say I don't remember having a really tough time with this page like I did with the other stained glass page, but that's because this is marker. So good times. I enjoyed it. I do need to reach for this book more because, like I said, I've only done 8 pages in here, which is just a disgrace. It's out of 100, so I definitely need to pick it up more. It's just, like I said, usually when I reach for these books, I want something that's going to be an easy color, and this is definitely more detailed. And the last book of that format I have is my Grand Classiques Volume 8. This is their newest one. It was released last year. I'm kind of surprised they haven't released a Volume 9 yet, at least that I know of. If you've heard rumors of Volume 9, please let me know. And so out of the 100 pages, I've done 36 in here. So this is the one that I've done the most in, but still it's like less than 40% of the book. But that's fine, we're working on it. So let's see from the beginning. So we have Peter Pan. And in this book, I was doing the same thing where I was only coloring pages of movies that I've seen, and then I gave up on it. And this terrifying picture of the evil stepmom. A lot of shades of blue in that one. And this is the crazy cat from Alice in Wonderland. I think he had a name, but I can't remember it. And that's fine. Also cannot remember his name. I'm really bad with names, if you haven't picked up on that. And this is from The Princess and the Frog. That's it. That's the movie he's from. I remember avoiding this page for a while because it had so many shades of like khaki, brown, and orange. So I think some of the colors are not the best, and some of them were just like improvised because I just genuinely didn't have all the needed shades. And a good picture of Ariel here. I feel like she's quite popular in these books, which I don't mind. I didn't really like her that much as a character. I thought she was kind of whiny, but I don't mind coloring her. Is it Cogsworth, right? from Beauty and the Beast. And then, let's see, from The Lion King. This was also one with a lot of shades of brown. Then we have Moana. So this was a movie that I think I made it into like a third, maybe even less. And for some reason, it just wasn't like keeping my interest. But I still like the picture, and she's featured in a lot of the books, so I don't mind coloring the pictures. And then, of course, we have her from Hercules. Then the father from... Where is he from? Is he from Beauty and the Beast? I don't know, but he's eating a sandwich. So bon appetit to him. Then we have, of course, the alligator and the frog from Princess and the Frog. Then we have the Mad Hatter that I accidentally made purple. Again, just doing my best. This fella, I messed up his eye, so it just looks like he's winking at you. He's supposed to have an eyeball, but I just got carried away with my black outlining. It happens to the best of us. Of course, this is the fella from Cinderella. You know, the most loyal employee the prince had. Let's see what else I have. I have Ursula. In order to do any of the Ursula pages, you better have a lot of shades of purple. And is it from Beauty and the Beast? I think it is. This was another one that I messed up. I colored over her teeth with like the lip color, so she just had the juiciest bottom lip. So I went in with a white gel pen and tried to kind of like draw the teeth back in. It looks a little botched, but it's better than her having the biggest bottom lip known to humankind. Oh, another horizontal. So this is also from The Lion King, which I recently rewatched, well, recently, a couple of months ago, because I haven't seen it since I was a child. And I have to say, that movie made me sad. I don't like movies where one of the parents dies, which, let's be honest, is like most of Disney movies. Of course, Hercules, also not the best skin color. Charlotte. I really liked her character in the movie. I thought she was really sweet. And then Alice. She's really surprised about something. Another pencil page for one of the evil stepsisters from Cinderella. Gosh, those pencils were awful. Jiminy Cricket. So with this one, I tried something new. I did the markers like I usually do. And then I went over certain sections with a colored pencil to try and smooth it out. So I don't know if you can tell, like his jacket, I did that on. I think his umbrella. It was certain parts just to see if it would really even out the picture and make it more smooth. I used the Brute Funners, and I think they're not buttery enough. I mean, they're really nice. I definitely enjoy my Brute Funners, but I feel like they didn't make that much of a difference, so I decided not to continue doing that in my future pictures. It was just kind of a time commitment for not that much of a result. Then we have this one. I don't know if you can tell, but I got annoyed with the background. Then, of course, Pinocchio. I liked his little outfit, the color combination, very cute. Gosh, just make sure I'm not skipping pages. Then Rapunzel, which I think is the first picture of Rapunzel we've had so far. I liked her. I liked the movie. Then we have Tigger, which I think was one of the first pages I did in this book. I tend to seek out the Winnie pages, the Winnie the Pooh gang pages. Then 101 Dalmatians. Back to the Mad Hatter. The skin tone is better than the purple one I had given him earlier. It's not Sneezy, Dopey? I think it's Dopey. He was my favorite because he was just so precious. But like I said, I'm absolutely horrible with names. And then, is that really nothing in here? Yes, I avoided those pages. What's his name? I want to say either Maleficent or Merkel, and those are both not it. That's fine. Then, oh, another Rapunzel page. You can see a little Rapunzel shoulder down here. Okay, then is this Doc? Maybe Doc, not sure. Then the evil stepmom. She has her stink eye going. She's planning something. Then we have her. I don't think that chick's having a good time. Looks like she's getting plopped upside the head. And last but not least, there is Robin Hood. And yeah, so this is Tomb 8 of their Grand Classiques book. And again, I did 36 pages in here, which is definitely my most completed book from them. But moving on from my most completed book from them to my least completed book from them, and it is this big boy known as Disney Vitro. There is a volume 2. I have not purchased it yet because I can't justify it, considering the fact I've only done 2 pages in here. There's 100 images. So I think it's gonna be a while before I get Vitro 2. But this was the first page I did in here. I hope I can fit it into the frame. It's Beauty and the Beast. I think she's my favorite princess. So I did all of this. I think it was all Artezas. And it took a really long time because obviously every single square in here had some sort of shading on it. I used up like 3/4 of a yellow pencil, like a half of a blue, but I still really like this page. It's just these pages take so long. It's a time commitment. And then I did one earlier this year as a buddy color. And it's this Winnie page. And I really don't like the background, how it ended up looking. It's a little too neon for me. But I still really enjoyed it. This one was actually much quicker because the pieces in this one are bigger than the ones as compared to the Beauty and the Beast one. But yeah, that's it, which is so sad. I love this book. I want to work more in here. And I say that about so many books, but it's true. I absolutely adore this one. All right, so I brought the camera in a little bit because I'm going to talk about the last 2 books, which are not Disney. They are colored by number, and each one has 50 images. So I have cuties and baby animals, and again, it's by Hachette something. But I did also get these off of Amazon. They're quite affordable. I think they were like €5. Oh, €4. Let's see how much this one was. Also for $3.95. Let's look at the baby animals first. There's 50, like I said. I've done 6. Also kind of embarrassing. But I used to bring this book with me to the beach when my friends and I would go to the lake, because you can bring just a handful of pencils, markers, whatever. But for some reason, I just really don't reach for this book. And I have done multiple, supplies. Like you can use pencils and markers because the pages are single-sided. I don't think you can use alcohol markers because there's too many like little details that the marker would bleed. But then there's this bird page, which I find disturbing. Page of the little turtles. I think I would enjoy this book more maybe with better pencils because I have always used just really cheapo pencils in here and they're scratchy. Like, well, these are the ones that I got rid of, but they were really scratchy and it was just not an enjoyable experience. So maybe I'll try my Brute Funners in here, but I also use alcohol markers. And that's it, which is sad. Let's see, I think that was it. Yeah, so those are the 6 pages I did in here. Again, there's 50. And then moving on to the last book, which is the Cuties, which honestly is really similar to the Baby Animals book. So then, let's see, we have this sweetie. I think this got a little bit of water damage, probably when I brought it with me to the lake. Green duck. We have a polar bear. Kitty cat. And in this book, I've done 9. So this one's a little better. This one, same. And I did this one, which I think is horizontal, but I'm not sure. It's 2 bunnies. Let's see. Did this squirrel. And then last but not least, I did a dog. And this one was done with water-based markers. So that's it. Those are the 9 pages that I did in here. So overall, again, there were 9 books in this video, 2 non-Disney, 7 Disney. So overall, there's 740 pages, which, holy cow, that's a lot of pages. I have done 101. So overall, that's a 14% completion rate, which is not good. But those books with the 100 pages really dented those numbers. Also considering the fact that 3 out of the 9 books were purchased last month, which I think speaks more about my shopping habits, but that's besides the point. And yeah, so 14%, which is not good. So I'm thinking that maybe in like 6 months, I'll do the same video and we can see how my percentages have changed. You know, I have a degree in statistics. I love my numbers. I love my percentages, rates, all up right up my alley. So I have 639 pages left to go. Ouch, that's a lot. So yeah, we'll check in again in like 6-ish months. Let's see if I remember. And yes, I'm really excited to start doing this series. I'm not really sure what other categories I'm gonna have. Maybe like my color by number, my non-color by number. But yes, look out for those. I figured maybe I can do one a week or one every couple of weeks, and we'll go from there. But thank you so much to everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.